Hi guys, today we're going to be watching My Story animated again, as in we've never done it before, I've watched it before, but I haven't filmed it, so we're going to be watching My Story animated. I got 20 million followers on TikTok, and now my parents abandoned me. Sorry I missed your call. I was dancing to the ringtone.
Hi, my name is Cleo, and I'm possibly the clumsiest girl on Earth. Accidents just happen around me. I swear, it's not my fault, but that made me the most famous TikToker now. Please like and subscribe because My Story Animated will give $1,000 to one lucky person who subscribes
The way they went, like and subscribe.
in the next 7 days. Tell your friends, your sister, brother, and mom to subscribe now.
I'm not sure if that even
really
works.
Wealthy, and they liked their luxury. When I was 9 months old, Dad brought a rare vase from Thailand and proudly placed
It looks more like a kindergarten drawing on a plain vase, but you can call that a rare vase. I guess it's rare, but it doesn't look very valuable.
it on the table. 100 blind monks painted this. Took them 2 years.
Oh,
Less than 2 minutes, I'd crawled straight into the table and toppled it over. I started clapping at the cool smashing sound, but something about Dad's face made
She seems
me
like a
stop.
psycho.
When I started walking,
Oh shoot.
crashing straight into the paint. As I was a very day, I was covered the furniture with me stopped.
Oh my gosh.
Placed it on the table. The
Help
cool
me.
smashing sound, but something about Dad's face made me stop. When I started walking, I was like freaking Godzilla, destroying everything in my way. My parents packed away all their precious collector's items, covered the furniture with plastic wrap, and switched to paper cups and
Plastic
plates.
wrap.
But when I was 5 years old, I caused a disaster of epic proportions. One day, I saw the servants sneaking something
Don't mind
into
my hair.
Dad's study, and I felt really curious. Later that night, I went down to have a look at it. It was just a dumb painting. As I was about to cover it up, I tripped over the cloth and went crashing straight into the painting, ripping a me-shaped hole through the canvas. Oh my God. The next day, Dad had invited hundreds of friends to our mansion for the unveiling of the painting. It's such an
You didn't
honor that
realize?
the great artist has let me borrow it.
Okay.
Behold the masterpiece. Holy moly! The artist sued Dad, and he had to pay millions in damages. Luckily, money wasn't an issue, but Dad was still so mad. He thought I wasn't normal, so he whisked me off to the doctor, who did lots of tests and scans and said there was nothing wrong with me. Maybe she's just evil then.
You guys, Sephora is now available on Kohl's.com and in stores Kohl's.
Then maybe she's pretending to be clumsy and destroying our lives for fun. You sound crazy. Our baby is not evil. Your baby is a walking disaster. But then one
So do you mean... Okay. So the baby is not yours? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
day, I discovered something that changed my life. When I was 8, Mom took me to the city for the first time. But we were in a
Just
really
disowning
crowded
the baby.
place, and I slipped away from her. As I looked around,
How
I
can
saw
you
the
just
group
slip
of
away
homeless
from her?
children dancing in the street. I immediately fell in love with the way they gracefully moved their bodies. People were giving them money after their
Doesn't
performance,
really-
but I only
Doesn't really look graceful to me, honestly.
had my lollipop, so I gave it to one of them, and she was happy. From then on, I
Why were they happy if it had your spit on it? Okay, I'm sorry for pausing it too much. I'm sorry.
watch YouTube videos and teach myself to dance. Even though I was so clumsy usually, the beat of the music somehow made my body movements really coordinated. One day, I decided to show off my moves to my parents. Mommy, Daddy, look, I'm a dancer. Mom was thrilled, but Dad looked horrified and immediately turned off the music. Good God, how can I unsee that? Don't you ever do that again. What do you mean, Daddy? I'm a really good dancer, like Beyonce. Who told you that? Your mirror? Drop this nonsense.
Beyonce.
You'll be running my company one day, idiot. Who says she can't do both? She can take dancing lessons right
Who
now.
says
What
that? You
about
can't
your
just own me. You can't just say you're gonna own the company one day. If I want to, then I will. But if I don't, then I won't.
company when she's older? I say she can't because I pay the bills. And I don't ever want to hear the word dancing in my house again. I was furious. As I was storming off past him, I accidentally tripped and knocked his phone out of his hand. The screen was smashed to bits.
I'm pausing it too much. But this is just something that gets on my nerve. When you do something like that your parents don't want them that your parents don't want you to do, they say, I pay the bills. So you have to do what I say. You choose to pay the bills. I'm grateful and all, but I mean, I'm grateful, like 100%. But to use that in every situation, it gets old. Like, I pay the bills. But money isn't an issue to you, so.
But he was right. He did pay the freaking bills. So I kept learning secretly, but I never mentioned it again. Everyone thought I'd outgrow my clumsiness, but it just seemed to get worse. And of course, in high school, something like this makes you the perfect target for bullies. On my first day in 9th grade, the teacher asked me to collect everyone's notebooks. As
Why?
I gingerly walked up with the pile, I tripped. When I started picking them up, I didn't see the teacher kneeling down to help me, and I elbowed him really hard in the eye. Word of my clumsiness spread like wildfire. People had bets on when I'd fall or drop something next. If I was seen with any hot food or drink, everyone started running away like the devil was after them. Needless to say, I didn't have any friends, except this crazy rich jock, Hudson, who'd been acting like my boyfriend since the first time he saw me. One day, I was in the girls' bathroom when he suddenly barged in. Baby cakes, I have a surprise for you. He pulled me outside where everyone had already gathered to see his gift. Hundreds of iPhones arranged in a giant heart on the ground. That's 365 iPhones, babe. One for every day of the year. I'll buy you more when you've smashed all of these. Another time, he gave me a horse. Hudson, what am I gonna do with it? We're in a city. But that's the one thing you don't have. And you deserve everything. Now go on, try sitting on it. Erin, the most popular cheerleader, made a bet out of it, as always. Gather around, guys. New bet starting now.
I love her hair,
And
though.
she falls off in the first minute. I was just getting onto the horse when it suddenly flicked its tail and knocked me over. To my horror, I landed in its poop. Erin was howling in triumph as cash rained on her. Keep up the good work, you stupid klutz. Make me richer. When I tried to get up, everyone suddenly disappeared, including Hudson. That jerk. But then, Erin did something that made me even crazier. She started a freaking dance club at school. While I was reading the dance club poster, I heard Erin behind me. Serious?
Can you just start clubs at school? Like, it's not a thing at my school. It's not a thing. Like, you can't just put a poster on the wall and be like, yeah, it's a dance club. Can you even do that at other
Don't
schools?
even think about it. I only accept the best, and you can't even walk straight, dummy. Don't worry, I'm not interested at all. Of course, that was a lie. It was my dream to dance with other people, like those kids on the street I'd seen years ago, but I could only dance by myself.
How does she have such
While I was
clear
walking
memory?
In our garden, I tripped over a sunflower, and suddenly, a splash of water hit my face. Oh my god, I am so sorry. I didn't see you. I'm Samuel, the new driver. I looked up to see a gorgeous boy washing our cars with a garden hose. And
When you see on My Story Animated, a boy is shirtless, and then she said, "Oh my god, he's so cute." You know, that's the boy that she's gonna end up with. I watch way too much My Story Animated. Or maybe I'm wrong this time, but still.
he was was shirtless. As he helped me up, I couldn't help wondering how hard his abs were. I stumbled on purpose, and my palms accidentally landed on his abs, harder than a rock. Ma'am, are you okay? Why wouldn't I be? Without another word, I ran off to my room. A few hours later, I was dancing away when I caught Samuel watching me through the window. How long have you been standing there?
Shouldn't her room be bigger? Doesn't she like live in a mansion? Whatever. Why isn't it playing?
Your necklace. I just came to return it, but you were so great, I was mesmerized. I swear his compliment had my stomach breakdancing. I started hanging out with him after that day, and it felt good to have a friend who knew my little secret. But the universe kept teasing me. Aaron started dancing on TikTok and got 1 million followers in a week. Samuel kept encouraging me to make my own account. I bet you're gonna have 1 million followers in just one day. My dad won't like it. He doesn't get me. But from then on, I started filming myself whenever I danced in my room. Maybe someday Dad would come around. One evening, Dad took me to a company dinner and officially introduced me as the future CEO. Everyone raised a toast to it, but it just didn't feel right. As I made my way to the front for a speech, my dress got caught on something and ripped, exposing my underwear. Everyone in the room started laughing quietly, and I could see Dad's fear.
If I was this clumsy, I would have learned by now that to prepare for literally everything. So I would have like shorts on underneath. Or maybe even like a whole outfit, because you never know. Because you have terrible luck. So I would be prepared for literally... Wait a second.
Samuel looked at my tear-stained face with concern. Are you okay, ma'am? I'm sure lots of people think...
Why is he calling her ma'am? Why? Did I just break something? I'm pretty sure I just broke something. I think I broke something. Whatever. It's not anything important because the computer's still working. Why is he calling her ma'am? They're friends, right? They're friends. They're very close friends. So why is he calling her ma'am? Is it like a joke or something? I don't get it.
People think I have the perfect life as a rich heiress, but I want things that money can't buy. I want to do what I love. I want to make my parents proud, and I just want to be normal. To make me feel better, Samuel took me to a dance club. I closed my eyes and just started dancing. Minutes later, I'd forgotten everything because I was in my happy place. When I opened my eyes, I saw Samuel looking at me, and my heartbeat raced.
Wait a second, I just realized something. She just said, I just want to be normal. You're normal, girl. You're just really clumsy. You're blaming it on the universe. I used to do that. But, you know, I'm kind of clumsy in a way. And so, I used to blame it on the universe. But, you know, how can, like, did gravity pull you to not look where you're going and trip over something? No! Girl, you're normal. You're just very stupid and clumsy.
Ma'am, you're a goddess.
Ma'am!
All day. Suddenly, I pulled him in close. It's not ma'am, it's Cleo.
Thank you.
I got a call from my dad yelling at me to come home immediately. Your behavior is unacceptable, but I'll forgive you on one condition. Date the son of my biggest investor, at least for 6 months. I thought about Samuel, but I knew Dad wasn't really giving me a choice. So I agreed. The next day when he introduced me to his...
Wait, I've watched too much My Story Animated. It's one of her classmates. It's that rich boy. I know it. Because it has to be him. Because he's rich. And he's the son of a big investor. And that's just how My Story Animated works. But I see some brown hair, so I'm kind of doubting it, but okay.
My jaw dropped open.
Yeah.
Hudson? Baby cakes.
Yeah.
Did you know about this? Duh. I've always known who you are. You're not just hot. Your parents are as rich as mine. That very night, I was invited to dinner by his parents, and Dad had a list of instructions for me. Don't disappoint them, or else I'm going to lose billions. Think before you even breathe, Cleo. And no cursing. They hate that. Unfortunately, thinking wasn't gonna help.
She's gonna do
Hudson
something
had
wrong.
the scariest parents in the world. They were watching.
What you gonna do? Not forgive me? Throw me out of the house? I don't care anymore because you're stupid, and I will live off of YouTube and TikTok, okay? Because I'm dancing. I'm a dancer, so I'm gonna live off my own money off of YouTube and TikTok.
My every move. It was so nerve-wracking. I got clumsier by the second. I kept dropping my fork, and when I tried to pass his mom the water, the jug slipped from my hand. But then the unthinkable happened. I dropped some soup on my
She's
dress
gonna
and
she's
excused
gonna
myself
swear,
for the
isn't she?
bathroom.
Because he said no cursing. They hate that.
I got up.
All
I
these
hit my pinky
stories.
toe on the edge of the table. Holy piece of stupid They looked at me like I'd just killed their whole neighborhood. I was sure Hudson
I watched
wouldn't
too
want
much of this. I'm
anything to
sorry.
do with me after that dinner, but Dad would be raging mad when he found out. But I actually didn't care. The next day at school, I was really surprised when Hudson walked over to me and put his arm around my waist. Baby cakes, I don't care if my parents think you're a
I don't
stupid
care.
klutz. You're too beautiful for anyone.
He sounded like me when he said, I don't care. When I'm angry, or when I'm irritated, or literally any time in the world, I speak, and I don't speak right. Of course. I say that kind of stuff. It's stupid, and there's something wrong with my English. So, I don't care. No. Let me hear that again.
Baby cakes, I don't care if my parents
I don't
think you're a
care.
stupid klutz. You're too beautiful for anyone else. I have a grand gift to make you feel better.
A
You pushed
grand
bunch of car
gift?
keys into my
Who says
hand.
that?
20 sports cars for you, babe. 20 freaking cars? But I didn't even know how to drive. He gave the stupidest gifts ever. Just then, he kissed me and I pushed him away. I'm sorry, Hudson.
Of
but
course you
I
pushed
can't
him away.
force myself to like you. I like someone else.
You're not sorry, are you? Oh, sorry.
It's been a wild year. I won a scholarship, switched housing, a lot, had the worst roommate. Now we're besties. We moved off campus. I fell in love, fell out of love.
Someone else.
You don't. You're not sorry. You're not sorry for this. You're not. I'm sorry, Hudson. You're not sorry.
Also, you're really obnoxious. And with that, I threw the car keys at him and walked away. Of course.
Wait, did it just glitch?
Really obnoxious. It's myself to like you. I like someone else. Also, you're really obnoxious. And with that, I threw the car keys at him and walked away. Of course, Hudson's parents backed out from the deal, and Dad went psycho. I told
Again.
him what a jerk Hudson was, but he didn't care. So, your mom married me, didn't she? It's actually because of that poor driver, isn't it? Well, I sent him back to his country and I told him to stay away from you, if he knows what's good for him. I was shocked, and then I was furious.
So you're not paying him anymore? Why should he listen to you? If you didn't hire him, if you're not hiring him anymore, if you're not his boss anymore, why should he listen to you? Is it because he's gonna give you a free flight? Why? Did he pay you to do this? Did he pay you? What's up? I'm just gonna kill this Easter egg. And then we have this. And I just found some money on the ground, so. Yay.
That's it. Keep your stupid house and your stupid company to your stupid self.
Thank
I'm
you.
not giving up on anything for you now.
How
Meow.
talk to me like that?
She's right. I'm not watching you bully her anymore either. Dad
Bully
immediately
her?
kicked us both out of
I
his
guess
mansion
I guess you
and
could say
cut off
that, but
all our
okay.
allowances. But Mom wasn't sorry at all and said she'd rather be poor than with him. We moved to my late grandparents' house. Luckily, I still had the horse and iPhones Hudson gave me, and I sold them all off to give us a head start.
What
And
about the
I paid my
cars?
own accountant
You could have
and
sold the
my-
cars for like $20 million. What's wrong with you? You just declined the cars? Nah, I don't want the cars. You could have sold them. Okay, I'm done.
My saved videos. To my surprise, I got 2 million followers over the weekend. Erin was smoking red. Next day at school, she came to me and said, "How is this possible? I can twerk and throw it back better than you." I guess my followers just disagree with you, Erin. Fine, let's dance to the same song.
I can
And
twerk
whoever
and throw it back. Okay, that was the cringiest thing ever.
has more likes in 1 hour wins. Loser pays $50,000 and drops out of school. Challenge accepted. We did the dance, and I won by 100,000 likes. Erin's account was suddenly deleted, and I never saw her again. Mom encouraged me to do more videos, and I reached 20 million followers in just 4 months. She also started
Cool.
joining me, and I was mind blown by her moves. So that's where I got my talent. 2 years later, we started a dance studio where I taught little kids how to dance and to chase their dreams. And this seemed just right. But there was something missing from my life until one
Samuel,
day,
or
the
whatever his
handsome
name
guy
was.
entered my studio, and when he took off his shades, I swear
I thought she was gonna
almost
say
fainted.
shirt. I was
And
like,
I gave
okay,
him an autograph.
okay.
I can give you more than that, Samuel. We went out and sparks flew. Sam was charming, kind, and simple. Even my mom loved him. We started dating and even danced together for some videos. My fans went crazy when we finally got married. And they
My
adored the
fans.
heck out of our
Didn't she just didn't she die? Like, not die as in die. Isn't she like a dead trend now? It's been like years. She should be a dead trend. Because this is very unrealistic. But I mean, it's My Story animated. It's supposed to be actual stories from actual people, but I'm not buying it.
clumsy baby boy.
Oh my gosh, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Anyways, as you know, that it is all for today. And yeah, like and subscribe because yeah, if you like and subscribe, I'll give you this $1 that I found on the ground. Probably not, but I'll do like this. There you go. You can have George Washington. Oh. There we go. You just have George Washington. See that? Pleasant. Anyways, that's all for today. Subscribe and like to her YouTube channel. I am George Washington. I am dead, but I am still on this $1. I'm alive and well. Anyways, yeah. Like he said, subscribe and like. Unless you want George Washington to come for you. Ha ha ha. I know I did a terrible George Washington, but whatever.